stuff shouted at me from my go do this, go do that, blah blah blah. This someone got shot over there, blah blah blah, and whatnot. And it was just a mental chaos. But then the Twitch people were shouting on the other side. They started to overpower the other earbud, and one of my like I don't know one of the Twitch streamers who was like role playing this like orc or whatever because I was like into Dungeons and Dragons before when I was like I don't know several years ago, and he was like rooting for the fact that he was actually dying, and then I just like looked over at my phone and pulled out my phone and just yelled what, and then all of a sudden just explosion and got blown off from a shockwave into the wall and I got shrapnel all over me.
Well, I will say this. Thank you very much for your service for whatever country you were servicing.
USA did.
There you go.
USA all the way.
All I can say is, what branch of the military were you in?
I was in the army, dude.
Okay, it was either Army or Marines. Either way, what the fuck?
If I was in the Marines, dude, they'd chew my ass all over because that'd be complete another horse shit. You know how strict
they are.
You know how
like,
strict they are.
Okay, I'm gonna run at this bitch. Oh shit, that's a grenade. Fuck. You better to die to a grenade in the Marines than you are like making a mistake.
Yeah, dude, they'd chew my ass all over.
Well,
the army, they are like suave about it, and they're like pretty laid back. Meanwhile, the Marines, they'd be like, "What the fuck did you do?" And they'd actually start yelling at you for living. For having to patch you up for living. Yeah, exactly.
You dumb fuck! What the hell are you thinking?
Yeah, exactly. It's like Full Mental Jacket, but in real life.
you know what? I just want to say real quick. Okay, on a serious note, I'm glad you're okay.
Oh, dude.
And I'm glad you weren't in the Marines, or else you wouldn't be here today to tell the story.
Exactly.
I know I missed the beginning, but just hearing that last part, holy crap, I'm glad you're okay.
I'm fine, dude. I'm fine. Like I said in my last story, I freaking made a makeshift bomb, and I like actually drove a car. So, I'd survive anything by this point.
My question is, what were you doing, and what was going through your head when you? What?
He was.
No, just the two other things that you just said that you've done.
Oh, me making a makeshift bomb. Yeah,
car. What did you do with the car?
Yeah. We actually, me and my friend, we actually reenacted a scene from Speed. You know that movie with Jason Statham? Yeah, we were trying to reenact that scene where with the bomb on the bus, and we actually had to use a car because we're gonna have to hijack a bus. I mean, come on, we were just like a bunch of freaking kids from like from the orphanage. So what we did, we took a bunch of old like Nokia phones and that were broken, and we taped them all together. We had to make sure the IEDs were all like still working, the lithium batteries and whatnot, and they were linked to another cell phone. And
all I have to say, I only have one thing to say. What the fuck? Second of all, I don't.
We were bored. We didn't know what to do.
Hey, you gotta do what you gotta do.
We were bored.
America, where you make your own entertainment.
Guys,
he's like a Markiplier when he says, "Oh, it'll brush out." It'll brush out.
What was that, please?
Before this turns into a bomb making class,
I was going to stop.
We thank you very much. We thank you very much for coming up here and sharing with us, man. I hope you have more stories for us.
Yeah, dude. No problem.
All right. It wasn't me who kicked him out. I didn't do it. But
Wasn't me either.
this is a more serious note for the audience. Just so y'all know, I said, I just said something snarky about the Marines. And I mean, I grew up in the military, okay? But like a German military family, so it was different. But the Marines were amazing. Like they did all the grunt work, which I mean, I thank you guys. If you guys are in those types of families, I thank you very much for your sacrifice as either a spouse or, if you are in the like direct service or, you're with your parents or something. I thank you guys for that because it's a sacrifice for you too.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one, Flea. Not only did you make a comment about them, but so did I. I'm just going to say this. The Marines are tough as nails. There ain't nothing that a Marine can't do. They're impressive.
Like
So-
even like I'm sorry if I'm interrupting. Okay.
Oh, it's fine. Because
It's just,
the Marines are called crayon eaters and jarheads. And they just took that entire joke and went with it in stride. And they still keep going and taking all those insults as jokes.
I
What were you saying,
agree
Vanilla?
with that. I was just like my girlfriend's getting to the age to where she actually wants to. She's about to enlist, and she's actually going to the Marines. So, and my dad didn't serve in the Marines, but he served for 24 years in the Navy.
Yeah, I'm debating on joining. I don't know whether to join the Army, Marines, or whatnot. I know I'm not going to join the Navy because I cannot swim.
Nah, it's okay. She can't either. But who brought
Eggo
up the next
waffle.
person?
Oh, oops, I hit the wrong button. Hello, Egos. How are you? Sad
Happy-
Egos.
Lego my ego.
Oh,
I got my black fish sandwich.
oh no, the microphone's not working.
Okay,
So
let's
we're gonna
try
move you
I'm
back
about
down
to
to the
try
audience.
something because this can happen
Hey, stop
often.
interrupting. Oh my.
Can you hear me now?
It worked.
Wait, what's happening? Wait, let me just put up the volume. Okay, I think I can hear you guys now. I have a weird story to tell. It's about school. And it was kind of like in the lunchroom, kind of like the one from the other person that they brought like 27 apples to their classroom, and it was quite literally about instead of apples, it was breadsticks. So I had a public school and they had breadsticks, and almost every single time, everyone would ask for those breadsticks. No matter where you were, everyone would ask because some kids just didn't like it. And well, it was crazy when kids just when they had like accidentally put two in your plate, because then you would just be all like, whoa, and then people would ask you for that second breadstick, which was, well, it was like the gods were blessing you because that bit really happened. I remember this one kid that went to the extreme of stealing the breadsticks of other people because he loved them so much. And it was just so weird that he just like stole people's breadsticks just because he enjoyed them. Like he could have asked. And then he was my friend, so I was just like, all right. And he said, come on, can you give me your breadsticks? And I was like, no. And they were like, please. And I was like, no. And when I wasn't looking, they took them. And you might be asking, how did you know it was him? It could have been someone else. Because I just heard my friend say, hey, that's not yours. Give it back. She told you no. And it was weird, to say the least, that they called him out for stealing my breadsticks. Because I liked them. I told my friend I really liked them. So, and they had, at this point, they had like maybe 5, because they were kind of big, and they just continued to do it until a teacher caught them and said like, "Hey, why are you stealing people's food?" And he was like, "No, I'm not. They gave it to me." And then he got in trouble because some kids snitched on him that the people were telling him not to do it, and that he was doing it. It was weird to say the least. I'm not friends with him anymore because he just kept stealing my food.
If there is one thing that you do, you never get between a fat guy and breadsticks.
And yeah, it was just so weird because like why? Like dude, if you could have just asked and maybe it would have gotten like 10 if you asked nicely, but he just stole them and got in trouble. Like I think he got detention, but our detention wasn't like, "Oh, you have to sit in the classroom after school." No, they pulled you out in the lunchroom to a table where the teachers were, like a table where a teacher was, and you were forced to sit there with the teacher. So everyone knew that you got in trouble because you were sitting with the teacher. So it was like a shame, like a shameful thing because they would be like, "Oh, you're with the teacher," and they would start laughing at you sometimes because you got in trouble.
By the way, Ego, check your DMs. I just, yeah, breadsticks.
I'm hungry now.
I can tell you that the last one that you sent me does happen in New York City's subway. Quite
Yes.
often. Quite often.
Okay.
it
Has
happens.
anyone else ever seen like a man with a entire like seat
Meal.
full of bread and just falls asleep with one in your mouth?
Yeah, no, I see a lot of them like with a meal and they're just going at it, eating it. Like when I tell you they were going at it, they were hungry, I think. And then they would just get out and leave it there. And I'm like,
Oh, I just realized I never answered your. I am so sorry.
"Oh no, it's okay." Well, I'll be heading out so someone else can come up. I have more stories though, so bye-bye. Congratulations on mod.
Woo, thank you.
Did you
Oh,
say
also-
flea? Did you say flea?
Why? You
I need
act
to get
like
the
you
flea
wouldn't
spray.
do that. Do I
No.
need to get the flea spray?
No, Outcast. You asked the question for the audience, like, has anybody ever seen blah blah blah? Blah. Well, my sister said, "Flea."
Oh my gosh, that is heartless. I just sent you the same thing, the same gif.
Oh yeah, flea. Also, I'm hungry, so you can go cook me some food. Bye bye.
Go cook yourself some food. No.
Flea, that's the gif I sent her, and your sister just said that was you.
Okay, I'll look at it in a second. Hold on.
Alright,
oh.
hello.
Hello,
Hi.
Ira.
Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we
Yes,
can hear you.
sir.
All right. So before I start, are any of you aware of the Drake show? I'll take that as a no. So basically, where my story starts off, it was basically just another typical day for me. I was my mom was leaving the house for a bit. She was probably gonna be back in like an hour and a half, maybe, and I was just basically just laying in the living room on the couch because I had nothing better to do. And then on my phone, I got a storm warning, so I was assuming it's just going to be another day that I typically have because where I'm from, we experience a lot of storms and whatnot. So I'm from the Midwest, so I'm basically used to that kind of stuff. But what what was going to happen is something I hadn't anticipated. So basically, I'm like, oh, it's whatever. It's probably just another storm. Head down to the basement, whatever. And there's also a tornado warning. And once again, obviously, tornadoes are basically a common thing down here. So I was used to it. But then, I wanted to step outside for a second when all of it was starting to, rage on, see how windy it is. And actually, wait, no, I'm skipping a bit. So yeah, it got worse. We went down into the base. Me and my sister we went down into the basement, stayed there for a bit. I went back upstairs to check if everything was okay, right? See if the dog was okay. See nothing broke, right? Look out the window. Oh my gosh, my mic keeps cutting out. I'm sorry. I look out the window and I see the tree that's in our yard fell over, and I was like, "What the hell just happened?" Like I've as I've said, I've experienced a lot of tornadoes and whatnot, but I've never experienced something like this. Uh, and then shortly after that, um, we lost power in the house, and uh, and it turns out we weren't the only person having that problem, and in fact, everyone in the state was having this problem because of the thing I mentioned earlier, the derecha, which I'm talking about the one that happened in August of last year. Um, so basically, it affected like 65 million people at least. Um, and actually, like in the first day of it happening, it flattened the whole cornfield. Like I don't know how to put it into words. Really, it's really crazy. It was so basically for the rest of that day. After my mom came back home, we were literally just cutting up trees that fell over and whatnot, just like trying to take care of everything. Uh, and basically, the power was out in the whole state for maybe like a good week. But for my town at the time, it probably only lasted for a few hours. Uh, but it not and to actually the same month it happens, my family was actually going to move the same month, and the house we were going to move into had a broken window because of the derecha, and we had to get that fixed. But basically, yeah, that's it. Actually, I don't remember much from the experience, but that yeah, that's it.
Well, damn.
Like
Wow.
I don't. There's really nothing to say about that. Like, sis.
Whoa! I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, it was. We were being told the power was going to be out for like maybe a good week, maybe even a month. But for some people it actually lasted like a month. Like they had to go without power for like a whole month.
Yeah.
My internet's been out for 6 days. There was a week and a half I had no power because of stupid nature.
Yeah, good job, Flea. How dare you cause that?
Yeah.
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, I think the derecha was actually a storm, like a hurricane that somehow passed through into my state, which I don't know how that's possible because my state is very inland. So we basically can't experience stuff like that whatsoever. No derechas are like that.
Be glad you will never have to deal with somehow the air freezing around a tree and knocking it down. Because one of the last hurricanes that came through, it rained so bad that the water around this pine tree's stem, whatever you want to call them, pins, needles, pine needles, that's the word I was looking for. The water froze around them, talking about maybe half the tree's limbs down. and it was bad. So I'd rather be glad you have tornadoes and not hurricanes.
Yeah, I guess I should be. I mean, I've been down south a few times. Uh, it at least I didn't have to experience stuff like that. But if I'm not mistaken, things like those are obviously like, I mean, for you, they're probably like very frequent, but not frequent in the sense of like, oh, it happens like every month or so. Like it's one of those things that happen occasionally, and everyone's just used to it.
At least like twice a year.
Like something like that actually happened recently. Me and my family, we were in a restaurant, and literally everyone, all their phones went off at the same time because of a storm warning. And us being Midwesterners, we literally just sat and did absolutely nothing and just kept eating. Like we literally don't care. We don't care whatsoever. We
Like, remember the whole water shortage in Florida?
yeah.
That brought out so many different memes. Like, don't start freaking out until Florida people start freaking out. Once people in Florida start freaking out, then you know things are about to go down.
Yeah, that. But yeah. That's it. I'll leave the stage. Hope everyone has a good night.
So, hold on. To the people who said my voice got deeper, I'm sorry. I guess. I'm on my phone, so it's like my actual voice, not my like professional shit. But anyway.
Honestly, it sounds better.
Oh
Yeah. I'm
You
just
guys should
kidding.
hear him in person.
One day.
Ooh. Okay.
Flea's already over here smiling.
Shush,
No, we can hear you smile.
man. No,
You are a big simp, just like your sister's bio says.
no. I mean,
You is. P.S. Flea is a big simp.
only for soul.
Yeah. Right now,
Oh
y'all
my
two are
gosh.
sharing some souls.
Wait, what?
He said you guys are sharing some souls.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're gonna move on.
You guys are so cringe, but I love you.
Don't be suspicious. Don't
Don't
be
be
suspicious.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Uh,
Lag.
Exactly.
no, Rhythm, get your booty out of here. I'm not doing a radio. Leave me alone. Hey, Battle Dog.
Hey,
Hi.
How are you?
good. First time ever being on a stage. I don't know what should I do. Like, just start the story, I guess.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. So, this was a while back, right? And I actually still have the car in the garage, but we have a 1979, I think, Volkswagen Beetle in our garage. And like ever since I was like 3, my dad. Okay, backstory on that. While my mom was pregnant with me and my brother, my mom impulse bought the car and like basically nothing worked on it. She had to have it towed to our house, and she's like, "Look, honey, look what I got you." And my dad's like, "Great, a hunk of metal." So he starts fixing on it. We get born, and it's like almost done. It's able to run, but it's broken down multiple times. So by that point, I'm like age 10, 11-ish. So anyway, my dad goes down and he says, "Son, you're gonna be a man now. Learn how to fix your fuel line on a car that's outdated." And I'm like, "Sure, why not? It's an experience." So I go down there and he like shows me how to like fix the fuel line. But here's the problem. I was supposed to being the young naive child that I am, I forget to disconnect the like I forget to disconnect the pipe that connects the gas tank to the actual hose, so it's still under pressure. So the moment my dad unconnects one end to it, his face gets like spray hosed with gasoline, and like, and like while that's happening, part of me is scared, part of me is laughing because I'm like, wait, this is gasoline. That's probably doing something lethal. So he like, gets out of the car from under it, and he's like, my dad's Mexican, so he has a bit of a rant. That was fun for about 10 minutes. But like he had to rinse it out. He almost vomited because some of it went into his mouth. That was I don't know, I felt bad for it. But okay. Fast forward when I'm like older, right? I'm in middle school, and my mom starts getting addicted to like what's it called? It's carbonated water. It's carbonated water, but like it's just carbonated water. It's not soda.
Pierre?
Yeah, something like that. Sparkling water. And my dad's like, I might as well try it, right? So he drinks it. You know what his first gut reaction to what it tasted like? Gasoline. From when I sprayed it on his face accidentally. And so like from then on, even to this day, our nickname for sparkling water is gasoline. That's pretty much it.
My question is, does that car now run?
It does. Well, yeah, it does. I would say it runs, but we still have to fix the brakes, because the problem with fixing at least a car like that, it's not like the car gets more valuable and so do the parts. So each year that passes, it gets more and more expensive to replace and or fix, right? Because the parts rise up in value because no one's making them anymore.
So let me get this straight. Your car runs, sorry. And but it just doesn't stop.
It can go, but it don't slow.
Man,
actually that's true. The brakes need to be like, the front brakes need to be untightened because it's been sitting in the garage for years. It's a manual, so we got to fix the gear shifting because sometimes it pops, and when you're zooming down the highway 70 miles per hour, you don't want your gear to pop so you can't, go any faster. But yeah.
I had a transmission blow on me, like in a '68 Camaro, and because my dad and I, we my real dad, we rebuilt it, but I've been doing so many like maintenance things on it lately. Like it's sad, but my transmission broke going 87 on like a back road. And, low key was mid drift when it broke, and
man,
it was not fun.
Did you flip?
Trying to pull it. Oh.
No. Sorry, go ahead, Battle Dog. I'm sorry.
Nothing. I was gonna say a stupid joke, like you were trying to pull a Dominic Toretto, but then the car just said no.
Dude, honestly, man, no, I drift and race quite often, but it just was that one time that I needed it to work because I was showing off for a friend of mine, and it broke, and I was like, man, what the hell? The one time I needed to actually do something.
Since you were trying to be Dominic Toretto, you should have just said, no, not the family car. That car would immediately have fixed itself.
Or family.
Did you say family? Dom Toretto? Car. Fixes itself.
I am Speed.
Lightning McQueen. You can have soul. I was saying that all, like, practically every call during my vacation. I was saying, I am Speed, Lightning McQueen.
Wait, what do you do for a living?
Me?
Yes.
I'm a lyricist and audio engineer for a record label.
Wow.
Oh, wait, yeah, I forgot. You work at a studio.
Yeah.
That's the reason you have Forrest Gump moments, but you can't tell us any of it because of
NDAs. Yeah.
Yes, NDAs.
Alrighty. Well, Battle Dog, thank you very much for coming up here and sharing with us. And
Yep.
yeah. Oh man,
I have a 2006 Chevy Colorado.
that's hot.
I love this thing. It's a work truck, and people sell them, like the companies sell them, and people buy them up just as quick as they're coming out because they are old, used, and those things still have a whole lot of life left in them.
Before we continue, for anyone in the audience that, yeah, I got you. Before we continue, yeah. What?
Before we continue, I am
I am cutting out.
not gonna have sorry. I am not gonna have those kind of inappropriate DMs towards me. I'm not gonna have. That's really funny.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was gonna talk about, babe. Hold on, guys. Look, okay. Act like you've seen a girl before. All right. If you guys really, honestly, act mature. Act like you want to be here. Okay. These ladies that are up here are taking their time out of their own day to come here and help run a podcast for you. One of them is my sister. So if you do anything with her, she'll tell me and I'll get rid of you like that. The other one is my girlfriend. And, if you do anything with her, she'll tell me and she'll ban you. So, guys, learn to respect women, man. Asking for those types of things, sending those types of DMs is not okay. All right. There is a reason that you are single and looking on Discord for those types of things. You guys don't really deserve to even be talked to. So go ahead, leave the podcast if that's all you're here for. And I really hope I get to meet you in person. So, all right.
Okay. I agree with Flea. You mess with a single one of these people, either you're gonna get banned and reported, and you probably are not going to be on Discord for a while because the police.
And also, if you play any Activision game, I will personally ban you from all of them too. I'm on the developer security team forum, so I will find your account and ban you. I don't care. Okay.
I feel everybody in this chat ought to feel terrified by that one.
Wait, I just noticed something.
Yeah.
Wait,
What?
Jazz, you're a mod? Congratulations.
Yeah. Thank you.
So
let me bring the bot up for a second.
Not just the people up on stage, but the members as well. Okay, if you guys ever get anything like not very appropriate DMs from someone that's in our server, please come talk to one of us. We're here for you, and this is a safe place. And if somebody makes you feel like it's not, like I've noticed over the past 4 days that I've been gone, then come to us. Okay, we're here to help you feel comfortable, help you feel safe. So, yeah, that's all I got. Babe, what were you saying?
Nothing. Just
I was saying, can I bring the
so
bot up
pissed
for a
off right
second?
now, but it's okay.
Can I bring the bot up for a second?
Uh-oh.
Just let me figure out how to get this thing to start playing for a second.
Oh no, I almost called the bot.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Anyway. Yeah, that's me and Saul. Don't be suspicious. We're moving on now.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. If this podcast ends up like the other one I was in the other night, and just us screaming with the wheels on the bus.
Hey, so those of you with your hands up, you do need to be members of the server to come up on stage, vibe with us, tell us your story, whatever you want to do. Sorry, I just got the 5% message. Okay.
You should go charge your phone.
It's on the charger. That's the problem. Anyways,
No.
guys, join. Go ahead, hit that join server button. It's super easy, super chill, and super free. So
Super cheap.
super flea. Okay. Okay. Thank you guys for joining.
Dun, dun, dun.
Boom, 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 boom. Oh, hi, Tiger.
Hello.
Hi.
No, you say hi to me like that. Not
Hi.
me.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Okay. So do I just tell the story now? Mm. I don't know if this is stupid or funny, but one time I was with my family at my grandparents' house on my mom's side. So me, my mom, and my two little sisters were there. My dad was at work and my brother was home alone. So, I was upstairs and on my PS4 because, there's nothing to do out there. And then, I didn't want to go outside because it was hot as hell out there. And, it was like a while because I was just watching anime, and then after a while I was on my phone. And so, a couple of times I went down there, talked to my family, whatever, and I was upstairs on my phone, okay, and I get a call from my mom because my dad went to come pick my family up apparently, and he thought that I was at home, but I wasn't. I was upstairs at my grandparents' house. And my mom was riding with my dad in the car, and she was like, where is she? And he thought that I was at home. She called me, and she's like, where the frick are you? And I'm just like, upstairs at grandma and grandpa's house. Why? She's like, I thought dad took you home. Why? I thought you went